isn't what I wanted, but you have to keep going, keep moving on. Once again, I know it gets hard. Looking around, you start to think, maybe this isn't what I wanted, but you have to keep going, keep moving on. Once again. Looking around, you start to think, maybe this isn't what I wanted, but you have to keep going, keep moving on. Once again, I know it gets hard. Looking around, you start to think, maybe this isn't what I wanted, but you have to keep going, keep moving on. And don't you ever look back. Once again.
It ain't honest, but it's much.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the market insanity. We had a pump all over the place. S&P 500 record close, silver record close, gold broke out. A bunch of small caps went nuts. The IWM all-time highs. I've been out Christmas shopping for family, but yeah, witnessing the insanity. A bunch of gold and silver miners hit, if not all-time highs, 10, 15-year highs. We'll take a look at all that. Bitcoin, not much going on all day until really, I think it was like most of the pump we just got came from when Wall Street concluded trading. So does it mean anything? Are we back? Not yet. And again, Bitcoin could go to 97K, chat, and we're still in a bear flag. So gotta keep that in mind. Just get a little coffee in me, man. All right. I hear distant Jesus chimes. What's going on? Oh, distant Jesus chimes. Let me move over. I don't have the for reasons. Hold on. There it is.
196.967 tip $25. ODV Gold Miner Weekly, $4 crazy level test. Let's go.
What's up with that name, dude? 196967. Thank you. We'll certainly look at it. There's nothing special about a miner if it made an all-time high today, because they're just blasting. Okay, metal super cycle, copper going places, platinum, palladium running. It was just a good day for some assets and really good trends. But it was like PPTA, CDE, NGD. We'll look at these again. You gotta love it. And then the small caps, I mean, like Stitch Fix, but then like Rivian had
molecular weight of gold.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, molecularly, Rivian ate dirt during some AI event. Sell the news. But also, it's just crazy, right? Someone yesterday tipped on stream to look at Rivian and talk about the bearish divergence, and it was like, yes, literally there is bearish divergence. But we understand pullbacks happen. 1567, $15, that area, and we'll see, right? The dust is going to settle. Nothing changed. We figured something like that could easily happen. So anyway, here it is, silver. All right, so remember we're looking at yesterday the measured move of the ascending triangle breakout. It's wonderful. 63.43, Wantabo. Again, I still don't think anyone even knows what I'm talking about when I say that. But 64.31, almost 64.32 if you round up, is the new record. And we were talking about, it seems like maybe by Monday we'd be at 65. That's still quite possibly in the works. I mean, it was so close. You think, oh, 65 could be coming by tomorrow. $1.50 removed at this point. Yeah, at this point, you know, a pullback happens. Hey, you can't be that surprised. JP Morgan Chase, they flipped long. And that news, they'd been flipping long for a while, reallocating gradually. Composite operator stuff, they can't just flip a switch because they have so much. They had to flip over a few months, and the news broke, and that is what catalyzed further price appreciation in silver, I think. So we're just wondering, you know, like what could we see? I mean, I think 73 was like your log scale. 73.78 is your log scale 1272 fib extension. Sorry, get rid of this. Yeah, right there. We're talking about the cup with Hendelman. I don't even care. Like, yeah, 1980, whatever, Hunt Brothers. But let's just talk about, practically speaking here, from the 2011 high to the lowest low in 2020. There you have it, right? 73.78. Target 90.63. If we ever saw a log scale 1618, it'd be $121. All right, so type in the chat for this beautiful occurrence. If you want linear scale Fibonacci, we blasted through 60, the 1272, on the way to 6553, which is your 1414 pip extension, 1618, 7329. So okay, I like that. I like 73, big number, because you got in linear scale, it's the 1618 gold mean ratio. In log scale, same anchoring, it's your 1272. So I like 73. That's a good target in time. There can be pullbacks for sure. All right. We will look at Bitcoin, man. Just like whatever. Let's look at gold real quick. Let me show you. I got this channel painted here. Yeah, I know. Symmetrical triangle breakout. Well, what purpose is that going to serve us now? I mean, like, all right, yes, they broke the price contraction. All right, so let's just look at it as, you know, they corrected the pullback, and now you're uptrending again. And it's, you know, the price of gold is up against a heart line. I think if they break this heart line, test the 4381's on deck.
The 15.67 level on Rivian was almost hit exactly. Picked up a fresh long under 16. Might be time for blast off.
Yeah, again though, right? Of course, you can be looking to DCA on pullbacks because of the bearish divergence, but at the same time, you could have been in even lower. We know a lot of you are in lower. You can't care. You can't worry about it. The structure is so large, impeccable, that if you're monitoring the asset every day, worried about 4-hour divergence, you'll be it will affect you psychologically, and it might tempt you to sell. You don't want to sell structures like that, dude. You want to take a chance. The opportunity cost is literally worth it when you see that those accumulation structures developing after crashes, drawdowns. It's worth, and it's been proven over and over and over again, right? Okay, so gold, what a nice close. That was the third highest daily candle close in human history, and highest price seen since October 21st. And the breakout I was talking about was the swing high from November 13th. And really, hey, dude, someone unironically could be like, dude, cup with handle, little cup with handle. Sure, man. You cup with handle your little heart out on silver and gold. It's cup with handle season. That remember where all cup with handle memeage came from? 2018, when like the world was just, we discussed this yesterday, like no one even cared about TA or knew too much about it. It was so underground. And I think like the crypto scam coin pumps and Bitcoin itself pumping is what kind of brought it to life here, or in the world of the internet. And everyone was saying everything's a cup with handle because everything keeps doing the cup with handle on the way up. And now you're in such good market conditions, you got cup with handle season here too. I mean, like, I'm just talking about jokingly, all right, because I don't really care about this, but it's like, dude, that's legit cup with handle, man. And it's resolving. What would your measure move of this little bitty structure be? I mean, it'd be like 4,500 on this, 4,490. Okay, you can do it like that, whatever. It's a breakout. The neckline was smashed. Now they might back test it. They tend to do that. 42.45, but maybe not. There's good upside on gold, man. This was a huge day. Anyway, real quick, let's look at the silver miners. We had discussed this yesterday. We're looking at all these, many of them anyway. Just an ETF of the junior silver miners, all-time highs. You've never seen this price before, ever. You tested the October 16th peak and just blasted through it like a hot knife through butter. Up after hours, another 0.63%. You just don't know, like how high this thing can fly. Locally, high to low, Fibonacci 2909 is your short-term target. 3005, let's say $30 for your 1414, and your 1618 on the silver miners, 3144. And my God, dude, mania. Like, that's the word, mania. Because risk management gone. No, I mean, like, risk management on top of value, haven't had it for 2 years. 2 years was the area to do that. And now These assets have already hitting like profit-taking levels for reasonable harmonic traders from 2 years ago. They're breaking them. They're back testing those levels, so they're holding, and now they're starting to mark up again. It's actually freaking nuts. I know people like, dude, look at Bitcoin. I mean, look, Bitcoin's above my head, man. It's like always there. Okay, the price is 92,520. Same price it was trading at November 28th, November 17th. Same price Bitcoin was trading at in April. Same price was trading at November of last year. Okay, you get it. Like, not much has gone on. You're just in a bearish consolidation structure until things change. I mean, there's just not much to talk about. Like, what do you want to talk about, bro? You want to go pull up hash rate graphs and Glassnode, on-chain analytics? Who cares, right? Like, we're looking where the animal spirits. We're staring at animal spirits on the big screen. Real quick so you can just see it. So gold and silver, big days. Palladium. Yeah, another break, man. 1,500. You don't think it's a big deal here. Okay, but it is. It's a huge deal. $1,500 is a mega psychological level. Look at the test, October 31st. Candle closes November 11th. Reversal, November 13th. Test. Fail. You recaptured it. I mean, to me, I think 1,500 is like extremely important, where there's good upside on this above it. And I think just hanging out in PALL, having exposure to that asset, to this metal, is good. I think eventually 1853. Remember, so the question would be like, well, why do you think that? Like, what's your thesis on that? Hello? The composite operator had been accumulating a position in this metal for over a year. That's why. And we are abiding by the principles of phase E Wyckoff accumulation. The arrows point to the criteria all met every time we look at it, right? To continue reinforcing education, right? Phase E, the first thing that happens is the sign of strength, the SOS. Then the backup, right? The pullback, the highest low. And then the confirmation, which is the break of the sign of strength's top. You did that. And now the sign of strength's top has acted as a new base of buying multiple times. And now they're just, right now, in my opinion, David Weiss stuff, they are absorbing the remaining supply here and breaching through a psychological 1,500 today. I just think patience will pay off on palladium, Larry. Okay. And then you had copper. Copper had its highest daily candle close since July 29th. Let's freaking go. We don't even care about the daily at all. All we care about on copper is the monthly, and it's ridiculously bullish. The structure is so beautiful. Okay, once we see 631 on copper and beyond, might as well just print this thing out, frame it, put it on a wall. Well, one good thing that crypto was good for were NFTs. We could have NFT'd this thing, and then we could have gotten a digital frame, and we could have had the play-by-play of it on loop and had that in my living room, and I could just keep looking at the copper three rising valleys continuously play out until the end of time. Amazing. Gotta love these metals, dude. Aluminum, same stuff, dude. Aluminum, I think you're waiting on 3,220. So even on this one, like these industrial metals, talking 11.48% upside from where you are right now. What? That much upside on aluminum. So y'all know what's crazy? I was at the I was somewhere a jeweler today. I'm just gonna say jeweler. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone or anything like that. Christmas coming up, but I saw, and this dude was in the same store as me, kind of a celebrity. There's a movie made about him. His name is White Boy Ricky. Okay, I'm gonna watch the movie tonight. Mark Wahlberg and Matthew McConaughey, but this dude is like standing right next to me at this jewelry store. I'm just like, he looked, you know, how he did. I didn't know who he was. I'm like, who let this guy in this store? He's got ice on his chain. I just kind of like, this kind of seems weird. And then my guy pulls me over and then kind of it starts explaining to me. And I had no idea, standing right next to me. So White Boy Ricky's in the chat. Random stuff happens down here in Miami. Okay. And then this uptrend on aluminum. Okay. He wasn't wearing aluminum chains. I'm sure he wasn't. Beautiful, beautiful channel. So the metals, that's, and then my God, dude, if you just want to see kind of like the mania that's occurring, remember these used to be so spectacular of setups that were all identified here. Probably nowhere else, man. I mean, I know Scott Carney, we had streams and collaborations together where we were looking at all of these, by the way. But just the fact of what they were doing, how perfect and how predictable they were, it required a year and a half plus. Well, look at what's happening now. I mean, a fresh multi-year candle close on HYMC going back to June 2022. I mean, there's no resistance here till like $15. So there's more upside in Mania on Highcroft Mining Holding Corporation, USAS. Look at this, dude. America's Gold and Silver Corporation. They're so, dude, it's up 11.39%, another 1.21% after hours. Look at this, man. I mean, the upside potential, you're probably looking at 685 before there might be some supply there. After that, 964. But if you just look at it like a range, it's like 1115. Bro. And how it all, the genesis of this run was so spectacular. And like levels, right, that were manufactured in 2022, buyers recaptured, reconfirmed, rally higher high, then a higher low. And then look at this. Even talk about Japanese candlestick patterns at key levels. All right, tell me, as I keep trying to reinforce those things that you want to know about. Okay, remember Japanese candlesticks at key levels. That's what we're looking for. All right, look at this one, just in hindsight. USAS 2016 swing low, right? Look at the weekly. Look at, can somebody tell me what happened at near that 2016 swing low? What was this? Anyone out there? I want to see if y'all remember. I want to see if you even have a freaking pulse, chat. Because if you aren't hyped up today, I don't think you have a pulse. You got a robot here in proxy. You want to look at 10 futures? Was it? What's up, Fozzie? Thanks, dude, for the kind words. Yeah, I don't know. There's a little delay on it, but there we go. Here they come. That's right. Dang, dude, we got the right answers coming in. Elation Cactus, Poopsie, Echo Leaf, Warhammer, or Huji W Hammer. Yeah, look at this. Log Dog and Ong. Yeah, dude, the piercing line reversal, godlike, to recapture that key level. And that, from there, number go up. Already up 26% on the week. And we still got another day of trading. Insanity. All right, yeah, FSM only up 2%. But they're recapturing that 970. This is a profit taking level. FS Fortuna. Buona Fortuna. 2016 peak, 2021 peak. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Where it's like profit taking levels. This is where a reasonable trader who longed harmonics would be like taking profit, possibly exiting their position. To break this, if it continued higher, it would be like, oh, that's manic. That's insane. If you wanted a bonus target, if you're a harmonic trader and you want to go beyond aggressive, remember, aggressive is A and C point. But above that would be the 1272 of the structure. where I'm talking about highest point to the lowest point of the shark, 1188 would be your first target. If you wanted a psychotic another target, then the gold mean ratio 1455. Or you could just say screw both of those, just $13 one time, like one target, the 1414. So insane. CDE up almost 10%. They're recapturing a very key level from 2016. And you might be looking at least a test 2382. But yeah, these things have big runs, and now they're they pulled back, and now they're starting to run again. ORLA, my God, man, when they broke this level, look at it, and it's just been chopping. That's a crazy structure up here, isn't it? On the weekly, I'm sure we could plot a channel or something. Let's try it on the top side first, see if it makes sense. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Beautiful structure. So they're just bouncing off the heart line. Maybe they're going to go test 13.99 again. So crazy. New P. New Pacific. Precious metals, man. The Mina. You're going for your highest weekly candle close since April 2022. You get it, man. They didn't have to be rhyme or reason, exceptional rhyme or reason on all of them. I'm not saying that. But there were some that were just godlike. SVM, my absolute favorite of all time. But look what they're doing, man. Up 3.3%, up another like almost 1% after hours. You're at that like final level, right? Like the top of the harmonic, hitting resistance back from 2009, 2012. And again, if they were going to actually go psychotic, manic, 1080 would be your 1272. Your 1618 is going to be 1318. So you can target in Mania. Yeah, there you go, man. Just hit target 3 of the trade setup like Monday or something, maybe Friday. Godlike. BVN, this is another just insane old structure that, you know, breaking through. I mean, there's just nothing here till 29.26 to $30. You break $30, it's going to be a clean ride. $36. Golden zone from the highest point to lowest point. That's your profit taking levels, common retrace levels. You might be looking at $42 if this continues. It is wild, man. All right, you're witnessing. Okay, I'll just be real. I know gold has been doing well, but the entirety of my streaming career, we're pretty much at 8 years of streaming. We've never had a metals super cycle ever. We've never had what we're dealing with right now, where the miners are doing crazy stuff. Really, I don't know. I mean, look, dude, this goes back to 2011, dude. It's just you're in a period now where when I started streaming, it had been in a dead market for miners, and the structures were developing from 2016 before I even started streaming. Think about how the relativity here. Think about it. The beginning, the genesis of the M shape started years before I started streaming, 2 years before I started streaming, and did not conclude its development until 2023. We're talking 2,814 days of structures developing. I mean, do you want to see the identification? All I'm going to do is just probably go in to the Discord and type in BVN.
What's up, Mitch? Can we check IQ barely hanging in there? Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, China. All China, dude. Like, yeah. Well, you knew what you signed up for, bro. I'll just tell you that. I mean, it's China. It's China. All right. You just want to. Here it is, dude. I mean, I just like. And I bring these things up because it's like you too can invest in yourself, learn how to identify structures, and then take action on them and then make money on them. It's crazy, dude. Bro, look at this. Like it's BVN. Oh my God. What if 11/20/2023? What if, chat? What if? And then it ifed. It ifed harder than you could have ever imagined. Understand these structures, man. This is what we're trying to teach here. Great way to navigate the markets. Okay. They were prophetic. We have all the other ones too. I'm not going to go into. I could search all day in Discords of like beautiful things that were being looked at years ago that are playing out fully. Okay, so yeah, and then you go to like others. Okay, I know. Like you had New Gold. What a godlike! I mean, dude, this is the dream of all dreams. Are you kidding me? Generational. I'm not even kidding. A generational bottom on NGD, this M shape, and then the 3 rising valleys after it. And look what's so spectacular about it. This is what a specimen is. Like, all right, you go to Japan, and then, oh, look, dude, there's like this like really amazing ancient bonsai museum, but with real bonsai. And you walk in, and it's the new gold incorporated bonsai tree that has nabari, which is root flare that would rip your face off. This is it, dude. Not just, okay, we can make poker references, pocket aces. This is, you flopped quad aces, or you flopped a royal flush on something like this, where the M shape completes its development, just happens to be at the 2008 low, and then the accumulation structure develops after. So many ways to describe NGD. Oh, God. It's just such a dream, dude. Just like, dude. Look at this, man. That's what when it was identified. I mean, it was identified before that, but when it matured and you were given that like nice third valley at $1.41, like just crazy what TA is. And then it's just gone now. I mean, it was the $1, and now it's at $8.55. Highest level seen since 2013. Massive engulfing candle. I mean, in development, we got another 21 hours and change, but resistance wise, probably $10. Nice psychological level. $10, 11.89, 12.89. This is Mania, dude. This reinforces just its affirmation of what's being taught here. I just hope that you're learning things when you tune in and you're paying attention. Yeah, bro. Imagine you could tune into these streams, learn about this stuff, or you could go watch slop. People in the same like kind of world I'm in, the financial or crypto world or whatever, and all they're doing, they're shilling scam coins. They are presenting media packets to scam coin creators, and they're like, pay me 40 grand and I will push your scam coin. Think about the different universe. The people like BitBoy, like for real, their universe and this universe, the difference. It's insane. The people like you tune into the YouTube streams and they've got like a little the logo of some scam, some exchange, something. It's like, what world are they in? I think these structures that develop and are identified here, they are the true sponsor of this stream. Yeah. But okay. All right. So metals, man. Godlike. Unstoppable. It's beautiful. Now what I'll do. All right. We'll look at Bitcoin. There are a few Bitcoin bros still out there. We're always long-term Bitcoin bros for what it represents. But this is what we're looking at, man, on the daily. It's extremely illiquid market, very low volume. No one's really trading this market right now. Michael Saylor's buying OTC. All right. Yeah, there are people out there but like this market can be easily moved due to, again, lack of liquidity. There are not many people exchanging hands in crypto right now for good reason.
Look out for a rising 3 methods on IQ Monthly. Hopium.
All right, Anon, we'll take a chance. I mean, remember, in Chinese scam charts, like, you know, it's communist China. They could be cooking the books. We don't really know. All we did was identify a structure there. It's just one trade, man. Dude, it's cold down here. Like, crazy enough, it's kind of cold in Miami. So, yeah, look. Not acting like we know. We know it's a crappy bearish consolidation structure and a downtrend for now. But who's to say that if they don't recapture this 92.8 level, that they couldn't rally it? I mean, it's very real. Like, historically speaking, above that level, if it's real, they could take the price all the way to $99,300, almost 100K. They could. And I'm not acting like I know if it's going to happen or not. So stop freaking out and thinking I know, or I act like I know. All I know is you're just, since the selling climax November 20th, you are just consolidating, and you're still not even coming close to rivaling that previous high at 107. And even if you ran to 100K, you would not be even coming close to rivaling that swing high either. So, yeah, if they hold it here and there's going to be a rally, they're still, I'm hoping that they're absorbing remaining supply, and you could get a run all the way up to, like, look, at this point, you could be at 97.9, 98K and test the top of the structure. Look, just think about that. You're in a bad trend right now. And even if it rallied 5+%, it'd still be contained within a bad, typically bearish structure. So, hard place to be in, man. Like, it's just it's not a good spot. You're like lose sleep over that stuff. You know, oh, metals though. That's they've been in an uptrending. Oh, look, bullish pattern and bullish trend. Oh, they're correlating positively to key levels. There is no controversy. You're swimming with the tide, not against it. Okay, so that's your Bitcoin, and then you got Ethereum. They're all kind of in this retrace situation. We're like, okay, yeah, there's some bids coming off some supports, liquidity getting infused globally, and okay, they've been running. All right, this one's down 2.5%, but they've been performing very well compared to Bitcoin and Solana and XRP. Like the best performer of the larger market cap cryptos up until today, but I think still doing pretty well. You're just in between two levels now, right? It's either 3,000 or 3,500 you're waiting on. So not much to do here, man. You're staring at, again, it's like I don't want to use the word bear market. It's because we are in an intermediate downtrend. Okay, so you are in an intermediate downtrend rally, not a bear market rally. Intermediate downtrend rally. And they could take it to the extent of 3520, 3580, and it'd still be an intermediate downtrend rally. Riveting. I mean, you're looking at something like Ethereum. I'd rather just own Tesla, like straight up. Oh, I'll just be in Tesla over Ethereum. I think Tesla would outperform Ethereum. Like, I think either way, even if it doesn't, it's lower risk. Yeah. Okay, Ethereum, and then we look at like XRP. All right, they're saving it, man, but it's just like dead money for now. They're hanging on, chat, to a key inflection zone. You do not want to lose 190, 196. You got to worry. Like, when you're in a intermediate downtrend, okay, due to definitive variables that make it so, lower highs, lower lows consecutively, you always just have to worry about when will that rally in the intermediate downtrend, when will it conclude? And if it actually concludes and the sellers reassume control after the buyer inducing rallies. That's typically what these structures are, these bear flags, rising wedges, all that. You have to worry about how violent the selling can get. And so like it can seem all good up until the absolute end of that bearish consolidation. And so that's why you're still like, oh, there's hope, man. There's hope on Bitcoin in this bear flag. Oh my God, dude, we're at 97.3. See what I think, they almost like, it would probably make sense to go to 97, 98K. That would induce so much buying from people that don't understand trends. Like right now, I mean, moves like we got today, that's the type of bull crap, illiquid moves that are gonna get unsuspecting victims to just buy into it because of that little price action. Oh my God, it went from 89.2 to 92.6 in like a matter of less than an hour. Illiquidity. They're inducing buying, but of course, whatever, it could rally higher, sure, but just know where we're at, man. That's the problem with like looking at XRP and being like, dude, it's so close to that support. But yeah, local lower highs, any rally you get's just going to be a short squeeze. And on the same side of the short squeeze, trying to cause pain for those market participants, it's also going to be an fire-inducing rally on the other side to actually get dumb money to buy into this crap. So anyway, Solana, hey man, Solana's green on the day. Holy crap, dude, they took it down to 135.81. A little bit more absorption of demand, but still looking at that low and tight bear flag behavior. But hey man, like you're not dead until they're breaking 130, 123 technically. But if they did, it's a $90 target, and it's just like you got to worry about when or if will Bitcoin start violently dumping. You got to amplify the dumpage and losses on stuff like Solana. Like if Bitcoin goes down 5%, because they finally pulled the plug on the bearish consolidation structure, whether it's here, whether it's 97.6 or even further. I mean, think about it. They could take it on time-wise to 99K, and it's still inside of the structure, but it's like December 18th, or December 20th. These coins are going to get completely obliterated, and that's why it's just very hard to trust. Even if it did rally and squeeze way higher, it's harder to trust assets not in uptrends if you're looking to like long. So okay, cool story, bro, right? Very cool story. Let's look at total market cap. Perhaps you've heard of it.
I like turtles.
They're still hanging on to this $3 trillion level, kind of like Solana is, kind of like XRP. They're holding on to their respective levels, but the structure just sucks. Again, they could take it to 3.28, given it a time, 3.3 trillion, and it's still contained within. It's still not rivaling the previous discernible swing high. So you're just downtrending, lower highs, lower lows, bar-inducing rallies. Okay, whatever. Let's go to the index funds. All right, we talked about the record close on the S&P today. This is the futures, and they have gapped it down. It's down 0.25%. Whatever. No intraday all-time high. Just traders settling up at their highest point ever. I think you'd have to break 69.30 for that. They have not yet seen that major 1618. Talking about that every day anytime we look at this now, because that's like the target, 69.4430. Give me the golden mean ratio, dude. The Nasdaq, this is what I was talking about yesterday, like looking for the channel, and it's like the trend line, you know, the anchor point, initial one from May. It's like they recaptured, and then they like at the lows today, they like tested it and reconfirmed its validity. They did that like December 1st, but they're doing it again. They did it yesterday too, December 11th. And you're just hanging out back inside of this channel somehow. It's kind of crazy, dude. Kind of really crazy. Down 0.6% after putting in the highest daily candle close since November 3rd. So really cool. Really cool to see. Really cool to see. Look at that Dow Jones, baby. I mean, come on, dude. S&P and Dow Jones, all-time highs. I think the IWM as well. I mean, just melt up, dude. Broke the 1-for-1 forfeit extension. Insane. And obviously back in the channel. Extend that out. Really, really pretty stuff. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Russ 2000. History. Look what they did this time. So they broke it yesterday. That was a big breakout. And then today, what they do at the lows, 25.47. That's the newer all-time high from October 15th and 27th. What was once resistance right there, they flipped it to support, and they really pushed it up from there. So just insane. I mean, 3 of the 4 index funds, all-time highs. And the one index fund that had been the darling, had been the leader, had been the one that always was making all-time highs before all the others, was the NASDAQ. It is now the redheaded stepchild. And that's because rotations happen. Okay, they were all catching the bids this summer. It was the summertime extravaganza for these big tech, semiconductors, you name it. And now rotation into other assets, other asset classes. So this happens, man. Take it all in. Your index funds. The DXY. How's that doing? My alert did not go off today. It's still okay. I guess it did trigger. DXY. Another nasty follow through candle and hit your lowest price since my birthday, October 17th. And going for your lowest close since maybe October 6th. And you're probably just waiting for 97 bucks here. Very, very gross for the DXY. And this is like, you know, a weak DXY is good for metals and equities. So great to see this drawdown for people that aren't in cash as much as they would be hard assets. But you just got to think about what's going on here, right? You're not really uptrending. You had the huge move, and then it topped out, and then think about all these highs, these attempted peaks. Really, what was it? It was this. It was like a massive, I mean, a colossal size, right angled and ascending, broadening formation. As you can see right here, you know this pattern if you're in this community. If you read Bukowski, right angled and ascending, broadening formation. Look what they're doing. Virtually, there's such a lack of demand on the DXY that the market participants in July and October and November were unable to even go test that. I believe that pattern's bottom, which is like $100, 192. Because there was another support resistance just below it, right back from 2015, 2016, and now it's rolling over and it's below the 200-day moving average. It's gross. It's like a downtrend is being kind of in a way like reconfirmed. That's what it looks like to me on the DXY. And you're going to go test 97, and eventually though they might rally it off of that and make another lower high, retest it, and eventually that level will break. And I think you'll get a deep 88% retrace from the previous low to the high. 886 is confluent with a mega support resistance from history. So you're talking like eventually it might take a year plus, but you're looking at the 91s for the DXY eventually. This is going to resolve that way probably. But yeah, it's a beautiful structure if you look at it like that. All right. ETU, it's been a minute. My God, dude. ETU. Wow. Looks good, man. ETU actually looks like it's about to go nuts. I mean, you're confirming a bottom here. You've clearly you're uptrending and you're putting in that low. It's almost like a dragon pattern, you know, the dragon. Bullish engulfing candle today is up 3.79%. They're going to go test 32.56 again. If they can break that, 37, 41. But looking good here. Actually looking really good on Peabody Energy Corporation. All right. Remember energy? We're talking about energy in the AW1. Look at the AW1. A nice rally today, up 0.66%. And we're waiting on 122. So energy, natural gas, and oil. Continuing to monitor U.S. oil. Yeah, they still can't get it together, man. And they may not. I mean, this thing could fail. Like at this point, like you can't call this a valid Gartley. It's just an idea. It's a potential Gartley. But until like they start separating from this pattern completion zone, we might be looking at a big markdown. Like it's just you're running out of time, and you're only locally putting in lower highs. So you cannot trust U.S. oil right now at all. You can't. Too much bear stuff. The trend's too much of bear, and then this local price action is correlating too negatively to key levels, and you're just so much weak. Like all this strength on the markets, right? The DXY is getting wrecked, and U.S. oil can't catch bids, right? You just got the lowest daily candle close really since like late October. It's right here. Such a lack of demand that now the market participants on these rallies are unable to even go test the 60.87, 61.74 levels. So that's just more indication of like weakness and less than before. So I'm just kind of I love the structure, but you can't trust it yet, man. Dang. Okay. How about those the feeder cattle futures, the live cattle futures, they're V-shaping for now. They cannot get it under control. They're attempting a rally though. I don't think this V-shape's going to take out the 250 level. They'll probably put in a lower high. Excuse me. Local in the Yates chat. We have less than 2 minutes until your daily candle close in crypto. A very lackluster and a very lame day for crypto. I know y'all love it. We're here for Power Hour for crypto, but yes, whatever. So Jesus chimes in 45 seconds. Let's just get back to it for a moment to watch it. Are they gonna see what traders are doing? They're still unwilling or unable to settle up the price of Bitcoin above that 92.8 level. Like what? They're still gonna fail even after recovering miraculously off the 89,264 low. Like what? 15 seconds. There it is, chat. I mean, it's pathetic, dude. Like, just being real, pathetic. We got the 4 hour here, as you can see it. I mean, great, but like, dude, what's up with this local garbage? Do you see this local garbage? Wow, man. Here's a high. Here's a intra-candle, intra-wick lower high. Here's another one. Don't even do it, man. Still right at the 200 simple moving average. I know higher lows on the bottom end. It's just like, this is not great. Even if it is going to pump to like 98K, dude, they're just better markets. So you're just overthinking it, I think. I think you would be overthinking it to try to be like, dude, what should I do in crypto? They go on these churning rallies after crashing. And again, you just don't know when you're going to run out of time. Seen so many of them in the same context, and I mean, a great example was literally this previous winter, like January, or February and March into April. Those 3 months, man, it was the same type of freaking garbage price action, and every time it was just like stuff like I'm talking about this, like, oh man, they're reversing the trend, the lower highs low, the drawdown, the rally. and then they break support, resistance, and then look, this negative price action correlation you're getting, and it's just nothing. It's like dead fixed price on Bitcoin. And they ran it up one more time in that same level that we're struggling with right now, 99.3. They can't do anything. And this was properly identified as Wyckoff distribution. If you go back to every live stream in February, that's all. It had everything plotted out. The buying climax, secondary test, right? All the upthrust after distribution, and all the last points of supply. I mean, it was a play-by-play. So that is just the problem, man. Like, if you're just not able... Look, support, spring back test even. Look, man, it's crazy in June. Like, support. Why we're not correlating that way? And we're even below that. We're at the other end of things. We're here now. Like, support, chat. Support, spring back test, support. And resistance, by the way, November 2024. All of those levels, that's why this is plotted here. It's just... They're still regarding it as resistance. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay. Bitcoin is rallying. Call it whatever you want, man. We already discussed this. Bitcoin can go to like 98K, and it's not really in any better shape. That's about 5% upside from here. Best of luck, crypto bros. I really am being sincere about that. Like, I hope like these flags continue to rally, and they can, and they do, because it's like, it's too much of a no-brainer to be short on Bitcoin right now. It just is. It's like, oh, I could just be short on Solana right now. That on paper is like an incredibly good idea, but these market makers, they just don't let it be that easy. They don't let it like, oh, look, this perfect negative correlation. They have to squeeze you first. They have to rally it and get shorts to cover at a loss and get the dumb opium smoking bros to buy before they take it lower. So can you think about, like, you see the supply line of this downtrend. They take the times going by. We're getting closer and closer to it. Take it to 94.5, eventually. 94.3. They test that supply line eventually by, the 14th or something. Maybe they have to rush through it. And people think we're good, but it's just never that easy on one way or another. Yeah, Do Kwon got 15 years today. Good. Piece of garbage. Another side effect of money printing. Okay, like, you had all these spawns of evil and terrible people that had voices on platforms that they didn't deserve any of that clout. I mean, I was getting, like, record viewership too and all that, I know, but these people were like mainstream, and they were just shysters and frauds, peddling scams, ruining people's lives. Legit, they did it. They've done it, and now they're paying the price in 2025. And I hope more. I want Mashinsky. I know he got arrested. I don't know how that's going. I want that guy to be under the jail. I want every single one of them to be. I want there to be judgment, man. Okay. So that's Bitcoin. Whatever, dude. Ethereum, okay, dude. Like, who cares? You're in between two levels. It's an in downtrend, intermediate downtrend rally. That's all that's going on. So look at these max. I'm so hungry, dude. Oh my God. I am starving. Let me see here if we even had requests today. You had a couple. Lisette C and Danny, thanks for the subs on YouTube. I'm just gonna knock these out real quick. Okay. Been live now over an hour. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit that like button above that sub. A Cisco. Oh my God. Yeah, blasting off, and I don't know. I'd been here before, so oh yeah, Novogratz, the Luna tattoo. Oh, dude, 2021, the year of cringe. All the scammers. When mukbang. Dude, if I ever did a mukbang, it'd be sponsored by y'all, that's for sure. So, and it would be all protein. Maybe some lobster mac and cheese or something like that. But, okay, so this is ODV, Osisko Development Corporation, Precious Metals, I guess a miner or something. And so it's blasting through resistance. So I guess I'd move this over now, and like it's up against the swing low from 2022. And remember, when people request these assets and they look at them, most of the time they're not like actionable. There's no strategy or structure involved. And all I did was plot like a hypothetical of like what you would want to happen if you were truly wanting to own this asset with strategy, with stop losses that are strategic, with entries that give us the best potential upside, best upside if they succeed, and then you'd have an edge with price action correlating to key levels. You would want something like this, and they're working on it now, I guess. Like you want to break through, then you want to, a sell off, another higher low, and then a recapturing, and then they start really testing those levels from a few years ago, really positively. And then that's the type of stuff like a pennant develops, but the pennant swing lows are just touching the other, the old lows. That would be like amazing for risk management and a trading plan. But there's still just nothing to do on ODV, right? It's just like, it's awesome that it's up 9%. I mean, many miners were up. So yeah, that was like a request. So, okay. The metals are pulling back now on the day. Silver's already down 0.5%. Gold down 0.1%. Guh. Looks like we're looking IQ for Chase. Yeah, man. It's just one where it's just China, man. China. Grain of salt. It's not dead, though. It's insane. Like, it is actually crazy what they're doing. And the verdict's out. The verdict is out on this one. It's like, here we go. Bro, look how they're correlating. It's unbelievable. Like the bottom of the inflection zone, it's a candle open from 2022 and a spring back test from 2022. You've seen tests before. The way they're holding it, it's just like, at this point, like a lower risk area is probably 185 and the gap fill from August. But my God, they're just trying to hold on to it. I hate that it's below the 200 moving average. I hate that you're putting in these local lower highs. It's almost like distribution. But someone out there, of course, could be like, sir, that's like a dragon. It's like literally kind of a dragon in development. But the problem with this is they could take it to 185 and it'd still be a dragon, potentially. They could like rug it, and all of a sudden you still have dragon behavior. That is the really tough spot about IQ right now. Like, you could get a gap fill and formal back test to 185 that they never did. It could lose 8% of its value from here and still develop an awesome structure.
$25. Hey Mitch, can you take a look at Clove? Weekly looks like M-shaped type 2. Little behind catching up with stream. Thank you, brother. Much love.
What's up, Gummy Man? Thanks for 25, dude. Yeah. Gomi, you are the weekly. This is 2 weeks in a row now. You are the weekly top tipper. Thank you so much for that, dude. Wow, dude. No one can beat Gomi on just the standard support. Thank you, dude. So yeah, IQ, that's the rough part about it. I mean, it would look so freaking good if they did this. It would be getting 3 birds stoned at once, or knocking out 3 birds with 1 stone, or whatever you say, if we got 185. And what would it be? What would it really be? Think about a major discernible swing low to high. Oh, it would be like in that 886 territory too, closer to it. So you actually have a real good argument for wanting to see 185 here. That's where I'm at on it. I'm sorry. I know we want it to pump now, and it could, but I think it's like, it would be crazy good for 185 for the people that didn't get in. And that would be like your absolute lowest risk area ever. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see. Yeah, it to me looks like they're trying to maybe set it up for an 8% flush, but I'm not acting like I truly know. Okay. Thanks again, Chase. Anon said, rising 3 methods on IQ monthly. Hopium. I don't know if that matters that much. Nah, dude. I don't think so. Right? How's it? 4 red candles now? You'd be having to engulf this month if you wanted it. So I don't think so. Not yet, dude. Clove. I mean, this is the last one, man. Well, getting off early or easy, I think you'd say. Getting off easy. I see what you're talking about. I understand the swing low at 217. Sure. That's the monthly, though. Good God. Let me get the daily. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see here. Yeah. Very interesting. So, he likes it. 217. Key support. Tested once and twice. And already rallying pretty hard off that low. I mean, yeah, November 21st right there. So, the closer you are to 217, the easier it's going to be to long that. But what do you do now? If we're always trying to construct trading plans at or slightly around the inflection points, you are, Gomi, 28% removed from that lowest risk optimum entry area, right? So that makes it really tough. So all you could do now is hope that this rally doesn't sustain and you get one more little test like that. And I think that would strengthen the argument. I always love, if you get double bottom stuff, you want like a local here's one valley. The second valley has a form of confirmation in itself. That would probably be your best bet, because now you're just, again, almost 30% away from where you want to be to enter. So yeah, and the problem kind of is on this one, the long term in it. Long term is kind of down, right? And you got to think about like what happens if that could fail too. And you got to think about, what would they be setting this up for? It could be a generational bottom, like where it's an X and A and a B. And then guess what? This would be awesome down here, like a shark pattern. So again, this is almost like you're looking at just a nebula, space dust. There's not really, like that would be your low risk entry. And then you would want to wait another few hundred million years for something like this to happen. And then all of a sudden you've got everything you want on Clove, and it's like perfect context. Ah, yes. That would give you the 70+% chance, but it might be March 2027 by the time that occurs. So yeah, it's okay at 217, but it might be over, Look, dude, the problem is like it had the huge rally, put in the highs, the higher highs, but there's bearish divergence here. There actually wasn't on the daily, crazy enough. And then the drawdown, and then look, the old 383's resistance, not once, twice, it's actually thrice. You're below the 200 moving average, the 200 moving average down sloping. It could be over. Like this could be in this like multi-month, multi-year like bleed out, and then they could be wanting to put in an 88% retrace and you know the shark pattern and all that. So it's just it could be in a bad spot and we don't even know it. So anyway, we'll check it out in 2027. Okay, bro. No cap, Gummy. Thank you, dude. Oh crap, my music. Sorry about that. I have two chats open. What the heck? I think they're both old. Oops. My bad. Yeah. It's a birdhouse, man. Ship flipper, Swisher, Ravi, Sam T, Diamond Hands, dude. All the crypto diamond hands have had to use those diamond hands to cut potatoes at McDonald's, dude. Make some new fries. Chinese dragon? Yeah, dude. IQ, maybe. Oh, yeah, Buddha time. We looked at Wi-Fi before literally everything on stream because Wi-Fi is so important. Spin the mukbang jar. How do you spin a jar? And how do you mukbang a spinned jar? I don't even understand what that means, dude. What's going on? Just basking in the glory of gains from metals and metal miners. That's what's been going on. Edward Diamond Hands. Exactly. Yeah, cutting shrubbery. He's a, you know, crypto diamond hand bros cutting potatoes, and they're also trimming hedges with their diamonds. Yeah. Very sharp. Guess we could yeah, it was not very good, dude. Tech today. Ugh. But then you had a potential piercing line on Microsoft. Crazy enough. Ramondo cheese. Yeah, sitting right next to Ligma cheese in the grocery store. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at BlackBerry. So yeah, I mean, like it seemed pretty bad, and then they pierced through. Previous candle, unfilled gap might go get filled. 492. But yeah, man, I just it better be it has to be a really good day tomorrow, or you are in a lot of trouble in Microsoft. Because look at the weekly, how it's going to close. That is not, it's not great. It is not good. It better have a 3 to 5% positive day tomorrow, or you're just completely effed. All right, that's Microsoft, dude. All right, sorry, I was from Unda Cheese once BlackBerry. We're just gonna look at it right now. That's very interesting. Things have kind of turned around a little bit. Interesting. Very interesting here. So your BlackBerry on the weekly price contraction, okay? Higher lows, lower highs. So more neutral structurally, locally, up against a $4 or $5 resistance that goes all the way back to 2002. It's been a sweet look. When they recaptured, they reconfirmed it. You had a spring back test that lasted for like almost 6 months or whatever before that crazy run. And yeah, people will be like, bro, is that, it could be like, it literally could be a momentum shifting structure. So locally neutral, but maybe, just maybe with an open mind and an open heart, you could see the momentum shifting into the hands of the buyers here somewhat, right? Yeah. Your neckline's going to be like 562 all the way to 618 though. And that 618 level is just not a joke. And that's going to be a big resistance. So, yeah, maybe things are turning around on BlackBerry on the weekly. Yeah, maybe go to the monthly here. Yeah, dude, monthly looks freaking nuts, dude. Just going to replot them here on this time scale. I mean, it's actually... Dude, I don't want to get ahead of myself because it's BlackBerry, dude. What are they going to do, man? We're starting a new thing. It's not that pretty, but you can definitely see, you know, kind of what they're trying to do here. And look, the neckline's pretty pronounced with that scam wick. You know, it's like that's the neckline. Yeah, like 580. You wonder, you know, the low and then the lower low, and buyers are reassuming control of the asset. And maybe, right, what they're trying to do after putting in the higher low is there's just like since February, the buyers have been attempting to absorb the supply that exists at 480, 488, $5. Because I think if buyers are able to breach this $5 level, it could get crazy. It could actually go nuts. Like history shows you what happens above 5. So it's not perfect or anything, but yeah, very interesting chart for sure. But it's BlackBerry, so I don't know if are they profitable? Are they like relevant anymore in the industry? I mean, BlackBerry, aren't they like a GameStop meme now? A meme stock? Intelligent security software and services. Internet of Things. Yeah, I mean, they pivoted, I guess, but they do make money, but like barely any. It's like, hey, look, man, we're 2-cent EPS, 3-cent EPS, 2-cent EPS, 3-cent EPS. They're like making money by this much. Interesting. All right. I mean, higher lows, man. Not gonna say anything bad about some higher lows coming in, but no higher highs yet. So anyway, all right, dude, my stomach's eating itself, so I've just kind of got to eat, man. I'm sorry. Look, dude, we know where we're at. It's gonna take a lot of work to turn things around on Bitcoin. They could pump this to 98K, and it's still not really in great shape. We're not acting like we know. We just know that it was. I like that we're above 91.2. That's great, man. I like that we're off the lows. We're still on the bottom side, putting in higher lows locally. So that's good. That means that it is very possible that this consolidation structure continues to churn, and the price again could go to 97.7, 98K and stay within. You just got to always worry about, they always do eventually pull the plug on these, and it gets violent fast. So you just don't know when that's going to happen. But for now, they've decided, the market makers have decided to keep this thing churning. And that could continue. But on the daily, as you can see, the channel, you are nearing the supply line. You haven't tested it yet. Even if it went sideways, December 15th. The 11th now it's the 12th on UTC. So they got a few more days before, if it stayed sideways, you'd be actually hitting the supply line. Anchor point 1, October 6th, anchor point 2, October 27th. So, all right. We all got to eat. That's right, man. Randy Bobandy taught us that, didn't he? One Up Trading. What's up, dude? Baby Genius. Hello. Dow Jones. Vegas Claw. Charlie. Crypto Daniel, man. Good to see y'all here this evening. And we'll just keep making money on our metals. And we'll wait for crypto winter to conclude, but it's probably not over yet. Just being real with the structure. But hey, you do your thing, bro. All right. Well, hope you have a wonderful evening, day, wherever you are around the world. Till next time. Respect. Petit. A. Adios, turd nuggets.